Friends, let's talk about this woman, Sheikh Hasina, who is the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and she was sentenced to death by a Bangladeshi court. So let's talk about how did the daughter of the nation's founder, a leader who once dominated Bangladeshi politics, end up fleeing the country and being sentenced to death, okay? Even though it's been a month since she was sentenced to death, the shockwaves still haven't stopped. So let's talk about it. For those who don't know, who is this woman, okay? She's not just any politician. She's the daughter of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the founding father of Bangladesh, the man who led the country to independence from Pakistan in 1971. Her entire family was assassinated in 1975 in a military coup, except for Hasina and her sister, who managed to survive because they were abroad at the time. Hasina, however, returned years later, rose to power, and ruled Bangladesh for 15 years straight from 2009 until 2024. Under her, Bangladesh saw tremendous economic growth, but also rising authoritarianism, political crackdowns, media suppression, arrests of journalists, torture allegations, and the creation of what the critics call a one-party state. Now, here is where things exploded. Last year, peaceful student protests started all over the country over something simple: civil service job quotas. But after years of frustration with Hasina's government, those protests turned into a national uprising, and the government responded brutally under Sheikh Hasina. According to the UN Human Rights Office, security forces may have killed up to 1,400 protesters and injured around 25,000 of them. Now, the country erupted as a result of this crackdown. Gen Z protesters stormed the capital. The party crumbled. Hasina fled the country in August 2024 and escaped to New Delhi, India, where she has been living in self-imposed exile ever since. Now, fast forward to a month ago in November 2025, a domestic war crimes court found her guilty of crimes against humanity for the violent crackdown that toppled her. The court said that Hasina incited and ordered the violence herself, including the use of lethal weapons, drones, helicopters, and hangings to crush the uprising, and the court sentenced her to death. She wasn't even in the court, she wasn't even in the country, but the judges said it was crystal clear that she ordered the killings and failed to stop the mass violence. Now, Bangladesh immediately demanded that India extradite Sheikh Hasina and send her back to the country, but India has stayed silent, saying that it will engage constructively. So that's how the daughter of the nation's founder, a leader who once dominated Bangladeshi politics, ended up fleeing the country and being sentenced to death. Now, is this accountability or is this political revenge? You decide, but make sure to follow me for more insightful and important political coverage. Until then, take care.